Crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down throw. Here's Franks. And incomplete to open things up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Franks, third down from the gun.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On first down, here's Franks. This goes out wide from Mixon.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Franks now to throw on first down.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, They want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. It's Franks now from the shotgun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready? 60 out, long.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
First down, Jacksonville.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Let's go! Let's go!
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Open man right side is Sharp. Good defense holds him to a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The Franks looking to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Here we go. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go now. 18, Raiders.
Lawrence.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
A handoff for Etienne.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Third down, here's ETN. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes.
Whoa, it still won't go down. And they will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, the return is Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here.
Robinson, a first down, and
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still fighting for more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
61 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence
shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this is caught by Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
13.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
To Mixon on the check down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Franks now.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On second down, Franks again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Franks.
He finds his target, Allen.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Franks. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Franks. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Franks. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he goes out right around the 39.
And that pickup of a 1st down, That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Lawrence will throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now Etienne.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
A give running right, Etienne.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And here's a big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jags,
it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.